So today is a very special day. We are actually going to be finishing Carson's bedroom, painting it, building a shelving unit, and making it look like a finished space and something that he can really enjoy and be excited about. So I'll take you along for the journey. The first thing I always do when I'm trying to create a space that feels like home, I try to say, what are our needs for this space? And what can we do to make this practical, but also, appealing to the eyes, because everybody wants a pretty room and a pretty house. So that's the first thing we're gonna do. And I'm just gonna chart out my vision for the room and run it by Carson, see what he thinks. For me, I know that Carson is very artistic and he has always wanted a place where he can make that come to life, where he can be just alone and have that time to draw and create and make crafts. He really loves that and enjoys that. So I know that's going to be a big part of this room. I always love creating spaces that have storage places that look beautiful, but it's so practical, especially in a house that's not huge. You can make it look pretty, but also use that to fulfill a lot of your needs in a home. So we're gonna do some sort of basket shelving unit that Chad's gonna create. And then we're gonna definitely have like a desk area where he can do school projects, drawing, art, painting, everything that he loves to do. So we're gonna make it feel like home. Finley will also be staying in this room, so I want to make a place where it's going to be quiet and cozy for her and make it just a space that'll work for Carson, for Finley, and basically our whole family right now. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm always looking for ways to budget and save money, but also make something that is going to last for a long time, even, let's say 4 or 5 years. When Carson's older, how is he going to incorporate this, whatever we build or make into this room, so it can last for a long time. So my grandfather has not been feeling well for about, I guess, almost 2 weeks. So he was in the hospital for a little while, and I just decided I'm gonna go spend a little time with him and just help out in any way I can. I know when you come home from the hospital, you're all discombobulated anyways. So I'm really excited. It's just like a 7.5, 8-hour drive, so it's not too bad. But I have Carson with me. He was the only one that was willing to brave the long trip. The girls really don't love long trips. So it's fun. It's like a mommy-son trip, and hopefully I can just spend some quality time with him and help out in any way possible. So I'm excited, but I feel bad because I know it's overwhelming for Chad to kind of hold the load there at home with all of the girls. But he is Superman, and I know he is more than capable of that. So I'm gonna miss them all so bad, but I'm excited about spending time with my grandparents. You're on the wrong side of the fence, honey. You're on the wrong side. Papa, you got some pretty cows.
Look at that one.
Papa, they're so tiny. Even the babies.
Yep.
Say I'm your favorite granddaughter.
Oh, yeah.
Do you like your socks, Papa?
Y'all do like to experiment, don't you?
Papa, smile. You look like a little papoose. Are you comfortable? You're a little burrito. Happy birthday, JJ. You look beautiful.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, we got some pepper in here. We got to get that pepper out. You got to smile.
Where's Pepper?
That pepper was hanging up there. There's JJ. Smile, JJ. You're so good looking, Papa. You're such a good looking man. Look at you. You're handsome.
We're in the grocery
You look good in that color. You're smiling. You're cute. Come on. Wave. You're so cute. So I got back from my grandparents' house. We had a wonderful visit. It was so much fun. Just really got to connect with them. My grandpa has been in the hospital for a little bit, so we got out, and you know, recovery is tough. So I was so grateful we got to spend some time with him, and it was just wonderful. So I got back, and Chad is working on Carson's room, finishing up it so we can decorate it in just a little bit. I'm so excited about it. I bought these little containers, and they were super cheap. It was $1.29 at Hobby Lobby, and I just am gonna use them to hold different like pencils, paint, brushes, art stuff. And so these are gonna fit right in. That was so creative, Chad. I love that idea. Such a great idea.
It works, yeah. I just thought of it and was like, well, this might work. It's not holding a lot of weight, so I think if I screw this into a backer board, we can
and it's so
to the wall.
pretty too. So I think it's super creative. So yeah, we're making progress. Chad did such a wonderful job. How he watched all of the girls and painted the room and got so much done, I will never know. Superman. You're Superman, Chad.
It's fun.
I love you. It's a beautiful day, and Daddy is gonna work on making our dreams come to life. Are y'all coloring beautiful pictures for Mommy?
Yeah.
I love that. Wow. Do you want coloring pencils? Yep. Hi, Finley. Are you enjoying this pretty weather? Hi, you big girl. You just had a birthday, and you're so big. Excited about your room?
Yeah.
And little Finny, are you excited? Finny Winnie? She just loves you. You're such a good big brother. So Daddy is making our dreams and our drawings come to life.
The shelf is a little different than your normal design with it being open on the side. And
Yeah, so typically we've always done a shelving unit that has sides.
yeah,
And
this is the side view of it. I guess this is the front.
yes.
And so you'll pull the
So
baskets
it's
out
completely
to the
open
side.
minus this one little edge here.
So making each space custom to the basket that you got, or just at least averaging out the space.
The baskets right here beside you and here.
Yeah.
I found them at Marshall's, and they were actually a lot cheaper than going to an actual a bigger store, I guess I'm trying to say. So if you find a Marshall's, a Ross, a TJ Maxx, usually you can find them a little more budget friendly there.
These add a lot of nice texture, and they've always, it's a great organic feel to the room. So,
I think it's gonna be pretty.
yeah, it will be.
He's creating this right now, and then we found a, what do you call that, a butcher block on Marketplace.
Yeah, so this wood is it's a hardwood, and it should make a great top for the draw on and for an art table. I still have to figure out how to get 2 out of 1.
Yes, because
So-
we're doing the girls' room next. It's a little more labor intensive, so we saved that one for last.
Yeah.
But we're hoping to use this and make desk in both of their rooms eventually.
Yeah, I love projects like this. This is something that's like,
I had to get closer because it looks better.
yeah,
It's a great view of you actually.
that's great. Thank you. Yeah, I love doing projects like this. This is just wonderful, right up my alley.
Yep. And I'm very happy that I have a handyman husband. Are you happy?
I love it.
Are you happy? It's okay. You want mama?
So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shelves, and with a cap yet to be placed on the top. And tried to make it out of just pretty inexpensive material. 1 sheet of plywood, which I did not need 1 sheet. I needed really just a strip of a piece, but that makes up the base, the main shelf here. Then we took 1x4s. I've ripped them down. So because this side, the front and the sides are going to be open, so the basket will slide in the front, but it'll still be visible from the side. I'll demonstrate. So there's plenty of room for that one, and that's one of the, I think this is one of the smaller baskets, but plenty of room. You can use a basket, you can put other stuff up in there. It's going to be, we'll have a back panel. It's basically just an underlayment I have on the side, and I'm actually using that as part of the structure. So it's got a glue and staple on the side here. And then for the fastener for the front, I've just used some 18 gauge finish nails, and then I had some leftover, they're actually composite decking screws for composite decks, and I just had some extra ones. That should be plenty for the amount of weight we're putting on these guys. I build shelves according to what is going to be going on them, and that tells you kind of how much structure you need. It'll be great for what we need.
So we're starting to work on the room now. Thankfully, Chad has painted it all, and we have a blank slate to kind of make it look beautiful. So I typically hang curtains almost halfway or a little above that on the wall, wider also than the window is, because it's gonna make the room feel bigger and basically make the natural light feel. You don't want to cover up any of the window, so my curtain will hang on either side, but outside of the window, so it's not blocking the natural light. And I had these nice blackout curtains, but they are way too short, so I'm gonna have to get 95-inch curtains, I think. So we got this beautiful butcher block. Chad cut it and just did a clear coat over it. I love the way it turned out, but he'll do a lot of school coloring and art things at this little desk, I think. And since it's so heavy, Chad had to make some sort of something to stabilize it. It's very creative, babe. I love this thing. So he has this now attached to the wall, which is actually really pretty. I love it. And then he's trying to hang this, but since it comes out quite a bit, we decided to hang it a little higher. So Carson will be able to reach it, but the little girls won't be able to get up there and draw on everything quite yet, which is nice. I think it's gonna work out. And these little gold containers are perfect. I just took off the little handle because it looked a little too much. It would just get in the way. So it's really cute, I like it. So we're making progress. And Carson's gonna help me now. How are you liking your room? You like it? You're really excited, aren't you? So we have a blank wall, and I have this frame just left over from our old house. And so he's gonna draw just like a woodland scene or something that's gonna hang on the wall. And I just went through his pencils and picked like colors that kind of go with the room. And so he's gonna use this color scheme, and I think it's gonna be beautiful. Do you know what you're gonna draw yet? Have you thought about it?
Yeah.
He loves animals, and he loves drawing detailed people too. So maybe you could do a forest or a field, or I don't know, something in the safari. We'll see. Okay, so here it goes. So here's where we're at. It's kind of a mess right now because we're just halfway through the project. We haven't done this wall yet. If I think about my color scheme, I have golds and black, and I have this wood color right here. So I'm trying to make sure I implement that into every section. So here you see I have the gold. This has to be stained that wood color still. And then the black on the trim of this frame. So I'm bringing the wood back up here to the top, and I have the gold here and here. So now for this wall, I have this bed I'm working with, so it's not the wood color, so I kind of have to play with that a little bit. So I'm bringing the gold to this side with the mirror, and then you see how blank that looks. Obviously, that looks very bare. So I'm gonna have Chad build a wooden shelf right here that goes up under it. And I think I'm gonna bring the green over to this side. So I'm gonna paint the shelf green. It's gonna come out from the mirror, probably like 3 inches on both sides, something like that. And then I'll put books on there, and I'll probably do some sort of wicker basket, little cup holder or something like that. So I can bring basically the same elements that were on this side back to this side right here. And then I'll also put a little plant there here. So I have books, plants, I have the gold there, and I'll have to have some sort of black over here as well. Here I'll put my bedspread on, and the sheets will also bring a little of that brown color over here. And then in this empty space, I'll probably put a little plant. And on this wall, so Finley, this is such a ginormous closet. It's just amazing. I have these 2 doors. So I think Finley will go right here because it's quiet, and he has all of his shelving stuff here with all of this storage here already. So I think maybe for a little while, I'll keep her there until she's ready to move to a big bed. Or, I don't know, I might leave her here. I guess we're gonna find that out. So we'll find that out. So our curtains, goodness, that was a little wonky. Those were our old curtain rods. So I'm trying to salvage as much as I can from home, but I still gotta get curtains tomorrow, so, but it's late and we are tired. So I think Chad is gonna go build that shelf, and we'll see you tomorrow. So we got the curtains, 95 inches, which is the perfect length. And they look beautiful, they have some texture. So I love that.
You wipe it off. It's kind of cool. It's not so dark. I have to ask Mom if she likes it.
Chad is adding some little gold handles to it. I think I'll just add that extra touch. So we just stained this to match the desk here. And this, I found this cute little thing to put his letters, because he writes so many people letters, to just hang it on the wall, but it was the wrong color, so Chad's staining it so it all matches. We're making progress with this pretty picture he's working on. It's gonna be beautiful. That's gonna go right there. And then this, I finished this. Look how pretty the gold knobs are. It kind of brings the gold over here and matches the mirror. And then you can see how it's trying to bring the black over here, because we have black here and then the green ring. So I feel like it's all come together. So I found these bookends for $5, which is a really great deal, because typically they're a lot more, but I don't like this color. So I'm gonna have Chad just spray paint it a gold, and I think it'll be perfect up there. Look how pretty those turned out for $5. They're so pretty. So I'm just gonna stick one right here. So pretty. I love that. And I'll use the other one for another place. So we just laid out the rug, and you can see how whenever I'm thinking about doing a room, I like there to be contrast. So if I have a light bed that's not got a lot of pattern, I like there to be a lot of pattern in something that's contrasting it on the floor. So with everything, so if you have a lighter table, you do a darker chair. With the cabinets, lighter baskets, darker paint. So everything that I'm thinking of, I like to contrast. So if I did a black mirror here, I feel like it wouldn't contrast as well as the gold mirror. And like for the plant, you want to think of a light base if you're having it on a dark bottom. So every single thing that you're basically trying to decorate, you want to think of a contrast to that. Light base, dark bottom. And I feel like it just makes a beautiful contrast. And as you can see, I had wicker baskets, that kind of texture over on this side, so I brought it back over here on this left side as well. So now we're just gonna work on getting little Finney's place done.
What amazes me about Erin is that she can just look at any given space and just basically breathe life into it just with her imagination and creative skills, and then just us working together as a team. She draws it and she envisions it, and that's honestly half the work, if not 75% of the work. It's just being able to come up with the creative ideas that's unique to the spot. And so I'm super proud and honored to work with her on any project, whether it's for our own kids or anyone else. It's a wonderful opportunity to just connect and have fun and bounce ideas off of each other. But yeah, we're excited about this one.